here are 5 brilliant tech cards for Omo, Queen of Vesuva. I'm ill, it's nearly Christmas, I can't be bothered doing research, so instead I'm just going to talk about playing some cards that I like in playing a commander I very much like. Omo. Great tech cards to go with her. First one I'm going to recommend is Tidal Barracuda. I talked about it last week and why it works really, really well in Omo. Basically, Cliff Notes version. Protects all your stuff on your turn and gives flash to everything. So any of your stuff can be played on an opponent's turn, and you've got enough mana to very much capitalise on this. Next up, another card I've talked about before with Omo, Mirror Mockery. Brilliant little card for Omo, just slam it on her, and essentially, as much as you don't get to keep the token copy of Omo, considering Legend Rule and all that, you don't need to. The reason it's in there is for double Omo attack triggers, so you get double everything counters, and that can really, really matter. Next, Niall Avizoa Aeronaut. So Domain works really well with Omo because everything counters grant all basic land types to lands. So Domain is pretty much always active in this deck, so long as Omo's around. And basically it just turns Niall into, look at the top 5, draw one of them. Fantastic. Every combat. So it's just a nice little card draw engine that is recurring, and it's even better because, as I say, you select the card. Next, fourth, another Domain card, Tromp the Domains. It gives +1/+1 for Domain and gives trample to everything. This is to all of your board. And this card is both really, really strong, because +5/+5 and trample to all of your creatures. In a deck that can already make some pretty large creatures is very nice. But also you're playing a card named Tromp the Domains. I like to kill people by tromping them. It's very stupid. And finally, another card which, my final recommendation for right now, is Polywallop. Another card that will inflict psychic damage due to the name. It's just a really good removal spell in the deck because it is a 4-mana removal spell, but that costs 1 less for each frog you control, down to a minimum of 1 green, and then it's essentially just a fight spell, but it's double power instead. Sorry, not a fight, a bite. So your creatures aren't in danger of dying, and, as I say, double power to an opponent's creature. And again, you get to kill somebody, or at least one of their creatures, with the frog removal spell named Polywallop. It's fantastic. And so yes, these are some cards that I very much recommend trying out in Omo. As much as it is a precon, so a lot of lists can be homogenized, and it's a good precon, not everything in there works, and I do recommend trying out some weirder things like your Tromps and your Polywallops. I think I just wanted to make this video because I like saying those names. But anyway, that is me for today, and that is my recommendations for Omo, Queen of Vesuva.